Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, there was meant to be goals and like skill moves and stuff in that intro, but yeah, it's hard to do with a CDM. Anyway, Charlie Patino, the man who looks like an elf, pulled off the Christmas miracle, scoring on his debut for Arsenal. And not just that, 85 potential. Just gonna say he might just be my Christmas present, but he's 18 years old and that sounds very noncy. Let's be real though, his stats right now, they ain't great. So what did Arsenal? They gave him to old Quacky boy and said, what can you do with him? First things first, we're going to change him to a CDM. It does bump it up on rating, but obviously it also comes with potential issues. Unfortunately, because EA are stupid, and they seemingly decided that every CDM that's ever existed has never done any form of shooting training. So in the training options of CDMs, there are no options to train shooting. I changed him to it because it is his best position. But in all honesty, if you do want him to kind of be a really fun player to use, you might want to keep Charlie Patino at centre mid. Now, on to the formation we're going to use. We're going to use Patino in the single pivot. Erdegaard and Smith are in front of him. Patino in that gap behind, in the Partey role. But in all honesty, right now, I don't think I'd put any. I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemy. So we're going to give him a 2-year loan, and hopefully by then Arsenal will be ready for Patino to shine. But for now, it's time for us to go forward 2 years in the future and see how he developed at AZ Alkmaar. Boys and girls, this time 20 years of age. We sent him away. We said, you're not good enough. And now, to be honest, he still probably isn't, but 71 rated. His shooting's gone up a little bit because obviously different training sessions at loan clubs, you know. They actually might think shooting's worthwhile in CDMs in Holland. But it's time for his debut. Thank God he's 20 years of age because it is against Everton and we know they have a certain someone.
She said she was 12!
Doesn't change what you did, Gylfi. Yes, Everton Football Club will be the club to meet Charlie Patino for the first time. The footwork, it's just so good. It's just so good. You know what? Man's got a pass on him, to be fair. I'm really not sure. How do you get highlights of a CDM? Oh, look at that play. Oh, look at him playing out of pressure. Boys, it gets better, it gets better. What a tackle! I'm really not sure how to hype up a CDM, but we move. We keep the sign of a great player. The second your opposition decide, they have to take you out, lay you down. You know you're a great player. What? The man even scrapped. I really don't know how to show heights for CDM. All in all, a 3-1 loss. I'd say it's a great debut for the young lad, Charlie Patino. 1 year on, he would get up to 73 rated. Honestly, you'd probably hope for a little bit better growth. If I simulated, so I did have to take him out and put him on loan because otherwise he literally wouldn't have played the game. If you are going to be playing all the games, get him some more game time. I'm sure you can get an even better amount of growth in this. But you know, growth comes with experience, and a Carabao Cup final experience is one many players could only dream of. And we lost 1-0, and basically shit all happened because I really don't know how to highlight a CDM. I even locked onto him this time, but it was against Man City, so it meant we had like 2% of the ball. But we have to use it on the field. We couldn't win the Carabao Cup. Well, it's time to win the FA Cup. I don't know what I was going to go with that. And look, that boy's got a bit about him, you know. That little spin, the little dinky. The boy's got a bit about him. Saka for on goal now, bangs it, but it's a good little block from, I can only imagine Jaffa Tag. I think because that man stand more. Saka down the wing next. Beautiful little interchange between Vlahovic and Erdegaard. And there we have it. 1-0, and Patino did fuck all. But he isn't doing fuck all that time. He's doing even worse because he's losing the ball. Bukayo Saka in this. Oh my fuck. I'm not going to add any edits or anything cool to this. I'm not going to go over the top because it doesn't need it. What the fuck was that? Lloris with the clearance, dinks it out, then it's majestic, boys. Footballing royalty. The star boy hitting it into the stratosphere and making it come straight back down to earth in Hugo Lloris's goal. But this Patino boy, you know, I ain't gonna lie, 73 rated. He's a bit decent. Moves the ball well, quick interplay, left foot, right foot. What you want? You know what I want? I want to see Arsenal lifting the Emirates FA Cup because it's all I've seen us do ever for the last 10 years because we don't win anything else because we're not that good. Speaking of not that good, we did come second in the league, but you know, we can move swiftly on from there because that's not what we're talking about. Charlie Patino, after one full season up to 75 rated, didn't score a goal, got a couple assists. But you know, to be fair, you can see the stats already starting to shine. Dribbling, defending, pace. He's starting to look a bit of a player. One more year on, up to 78 rated. The only worry is that it is starting to take him longer and longer to develop, but the stats, they're starting to come through. Passing's looking good, dribbling's looking excellent. And yet again we came second. I just want to show something, because if I was doing an Arsenal rebuild, this would be the most frustrating thing I've ever gone through. First season we finished 5th, we don't really care about that, that was just like the development season. Next season, 2nd. Next season, 2nd. Next season, 2nd. Next season, 2nd. We are perennial backups. We are a rebound club. As you can see though, 61 weeks, it's going to take too long. The video is going to be dead there. But lucky for me, I had a cancelled Emil Smith Rowe rebuild. You can see the year is 2027. Smith Rowe was looking like an absolute baller. But you know who else was looking like a baller?
Oh my goodness gracious!
23 years of age, 90 rated. The shooting's gone down, but everything else has gone way up. Defending 91, physical 90. This man is 6 foot with a 91 physical. If you're not happy with his shooting, which would be absolutely fair enough, maybe take a look at him as a fullback or a centre back, you know. But more importantly than Charlie Patino somehow being 90 rated, Real Madrid in the Champions League final. And look at the man. This is what he's good at. Let's be real. He's not gonna run forward as he's running forward on the screen. He's not gonna be kind of skilling everyone on, taking everyone on, scoring 30-yard bangers. He's gonna be that mix and match. He actually weirdly gets a lot of comparisons to Sergio Busquets, which I mean, interesting in his stats, he does look like Sergio Busquets with pace, to be fair. He's very good at moving the ball quickly, which, oh my god, what a goal. Which in FIFA is actually really important, especially on normal difficulty. One thing I always preach is keep the ball moving. I know it sounds obvious, but it's really not. There's a lot of people who I think will get the ball in tight spaces. What is going on? Oh my god, Ramsdale. You fucking dickhead. Anyway, yeah, as I was saying, there's a lot of people I find normal difficulty. They'll get the ball in an area and they'll just spin on it. I watch a lot of career mode gameplay, just kind of, you know, see where I can improve. What I find is most important, keep the ball moving. If you have to go, I always say, go backwards to go forwards. But anyway, moving on. 104 on the clock. Patino bursting forward. He finds the pass. Charlie Patino. Charlie Michel Platini with the assist for Fabio Carvalho. Carvalho? What the fuck is that pronunciation? Carvalho. Charlie Patino with the assist for the Champions League winner. It's finally here, boys. We finally did it. 21 years. Oh my god, Patino wasn't born when we lost the Champions League final. Oh my god. Actually, no, he would have been. It's okay. It's okay, he would have been. I was about to go through a really big midlife crisis. There are people watching this video who weren't born when we lost the Champions League final. That is actually... Just that quick interlude for what it was. I spent 90% of this rebuild, I'm not even exaggerating, just redoing contracts. It's so fucking frustrating. Patino up to 92 now. That shooting, as you can see, did go down, unfortunately. 'Cause what I did different in this one, he never got loaned on this one. What I actually did, I just simulated with him in the squad over and over again, and it took fucking ages, by the way. So speaking of that, if you could leave a like on the video, I'd really appreciate it. I do plan on doing a lot more of these with actually offensive players. You might have wondered what was going on there for the positionings. He literally can't learn to become anything but a defender. That's how bad his shooting stats are. But everything else at 26 years of age, look at this, boys and girls. This is where we're going to stop him. Because, I mean, if we didn't, that man might take on the world. 91 pace, 86 dribbling, 93 defending, 93 physical. The man's even bagging a couple goals. If you want to see the full stats for this team, by the way, I'm going to upload them on my Instagram, which I'm actually going to fix the link in the description to for once, because I've been lazy with that. It's been like 6 months now. But I think, boys and girls, what we are here for is simple. We are here to see Charlie Patino score. I know, it sounds impossible, but when it comes to playing Liverpool on FIFA, literally anything is possible. Because for some reason in FIFA, they are the worst team in the game. They are genuinely terrible, and it is hilarious how easy to beat them they are. So easy, in fact, I'm going to play Charlie Patino up front. His attacking positioning is near on impossible to score with, but you know what? Anything is possible with Charlie Platini. What a player, what a goal. Number 21, wearing the captain's off. Why would you go for that celebration? You finally score a goal and you go to sip tea. But boys and girls, what a finish. Not many will be able to score that goal, but Charlie Patino can. What a player, and good things come in pairs. Yes, this is literally all I'm going to do. The thing with Liverpool, if you haven't realised by now, their fullbacks are basically wingers on this. So if you just leave your wingers to stay forward, there's going to be spacing behind all day. It's great. Smith Rowe comes forward, he finds Patino, and if you're wondering why I'm only scoring champs with him, basically because his shooting ability is this. And yeah, it'd be impossible to score anything else with him. We come forward though, second half is so... Charlie Patino. Charlie Platini unleashing the spin cycle on Jules Koundé, tapping it in for the Hattie. Boys and girls, not only is that a hat-trick for Patino, it's a Premier League title for Arsenal Football Club. There he is, the young 18-year-old English Spaniard, lifting the trophy. If there are any other players, by the way, you want to see me do a growth test on, let me know down below. I've got one planned already, potentially two, just because, as you're going to see in my next video, there's a little bit of a player I'm interested in. But Charlie Patino lifted the Prem. He lifted the Champions League. He's 94 rated now, as you've already seen. But if he's going to go down as a legend, if he's going to go down as a great of the game, there's one more thing he has to do. There's one more box he has to tick. The World Cup. It's lonely, it's cold, it's worried, it misses us. Boys and girls, it's time for the World Cup to come home, and Charlie Patino will be the one to do it. And if there was any better opponents to do it against than the Italians, than those spaghetti eating Mario wannabes, I don't know who they are. To be fair, probably Germany, but I'm also part German, so you know, doesn't really work for me, does it? You know, I win either way. Starts very simply put. Ben White doing his first Chiellini impression. Chiesa sneaks for a goal. Ben White says, "Rugby tackle, bitch, get to know it." And then, from then on, it was just too easy. Sancho were pretty awful cross because the man's just a flop. I'm joking, he's actually a really good player. Smith Rowe, Saka, Emil Smith Rowe, Bukayo Saka, what can you even say? Sancho, he loses it, but Mason Greenwood, Sancho, Smith Rowe, England youth. What the fuck are... Our youth players are just obnoxious. We come forward again. Mason Greenwood with the beautiful through ball into Jadon Sancho. Ferretti, he's feeling the Ferretti right now because he just has no chance. Sancho in off the post, 4-2, and Money Mace, the worst nickname in football, spins his man, makes it free, brings it home, and boys and girls, Charlie Patino, he brought the Premier Champions League back to Arsenal. He brought the World Cup home. What can't he do? One last look at his stats because they just are ridiculous. 97 short pass, 91 ball control, 97 stand tackle. What a player. What an audience you have been. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.